Well, hello there. We're here to talk to you guys about a new song we have coming out. I'm Brad Sullivan, and this is Miss Jana Hinson, and we're releasing a song, and we wanted to tell you a little bit of the story behind this song because it's actually called Abundant Oil, a tribute to Larry Hinson, and it features Miss Jana Hinson singing with me on the song. And so, give you a little bit of background here. First of all, in April of 20. We lost a hero in the faith, Dr. Larry Hinson. And so this is his wife, Jana. And Jana, just tell us a little bit about you guys' story real quickly.
Well, Larry and I met in 1971, and I was 15 and he was 15, and his family came to my church and they sang. And if there's such thing as love at first sight, that's what happened to me. I saw him and I'm like, I'm marrying that little short guy. I thought he was great. And so that was 71. Fast forward to 1976 and we got married. He was singing with his family, the original Hinsons. You don't know who the Hinsons are. Their famous song is The Lighthouse. And Ronnie wrote that song and it won Dove Awards and Song of the Years and all that. And so Larry and I had a long ministry together. He was with his family. Then in 1981, he left his family. We evangelized together for 6 years. Then he pastored his first church. And in 1987, we took the church and we were with that church 9 years. We went back into evangelism. We evangelized that time for 12 years. And that's when we met you guys. We started coming to Ashdown. And so then in 2008, we started our own church, planting a church in White House, Tennessee. And it was South Point Church. And we did that for almost 9 years. And then we went back in 2017 and started evangelizing again. And once again, started coming to Ashdown. We remained friends with you and your pastors there. And so we've known each other a long time.
Yeah, I think it's about 20 years at least,
Yes.
maybe longer. And Larry and I had a really cool relationship because I would pick on him for being short. He would pick on me for being tall just because he didn't want to be defenseless. So we would, we would pick back and forth. I remember when y'all came the one year and I'd had a motorcycle accident and I was sitting in the wheelchair and he made fun of of me being shorter than him because I was sitting in a wheelchair. We actually sang Two Winning Hands together on stage that night. So we had a really, really neat relationship. And you guys came in March of 20. I believe it was the last time Larry preached a revival was there at Spirit and Life in Ashdown.
Yes.
I'm actually in Nashville tonight, Nashville, Arkansas, and you're in Nashville, Tennessee. So
Yes.
This is kind of cool. We're both in different Nashvilles tonight, but our home church there in Ashdown. So he came and did a revival. So on Monday night, I believe, he preached the widow's oil, talked about the widow's oil, and just preached a powerful message. And it really ministered to me. And we really loved the word. And Larry's was a preacher's preacher. He would just, if you were a preacher, he could just really stir you up. And so that night was really great. We went to eat afterwards. And so the next morning I got up to go to work and the Lord gave me this song, Abundant Oil. I mean, it just came into my spirit. I began singing it on the way to work. And so by the time I got to work, which is just 5 minutes up the road, but I was already writing the lines down and I had the tune in my head, the melody and everything. And so I was writing it all. I got it all wrote down and I texted Larry about 10 o'clock that morning and said, "Hey brother, I've written you a song." And so knowing mine and Larry's relationship, I thought about this. Jana, he probably thought, oh boy, he's fixing to make fun of me for being short or something. He's going to roast me tonight. So yeah. He probably didn't take it serious, but we went ahead and came that night. And so I told him I was going to sing it for him. And so I sung the song. And when I did, the Lord began to move in the service. And so what happened, I know Larry was sitting next to you when I started singing.
So, when you started singing the song, Larry started tearing up. And I looked over at him and he looked at me and he said, I'm going to record that song. And we had been talking about recording just what they call a table project, you know, that you're not trying to push or get radio play out of. He said, I'm going to record that song. He said, I can hear Hinson in it, is what he said. And so I'm like, absolutely. And he cried during you singing that song. And that revival was very unique.
Yes.
And there was a move of the Spirit that was just angelic and supernatural. And it was just a great meeting, and was the very last revival that Larry and I held. Mm-hmm. And 5 weeks later, the last night was March 15th, was a Wednesday night. Mm-hmm. And 5 weeks later, on a Wednesday, April 22nd, Larry went to be with the Lord.
And so we decided, obviously we've had some time to grieve. And then in April of 21, a year later, actually, I had a chance to go and do a project. You had connected me to Pastor Rob Tripp, which was you guys' pastor at the time that Larry passed away. So we went to Nashville to Family Room Studios, and Pastor Rob helped me produce this project, project, but also this song. They really Hinsoned it up music-wise. It was Jonathan Brown on the piano. We had Matt Butler on the bass. Jason Roller played the guitar on this project, and of course, Rob Tripp played the drums. And we had no idea at that time that God would call Rob Tripp home, after that. So there's been a lot of time, some grief to process, some things to do. But I think the Lord allowed everything to come together for this time and this season. And we actually got this song finished. And so this song features me singing. I wish it was Larry singing it, Jana. I really do. I would have loved for him to sing this, but they'll just have to settle for me singing it. It's not near as good, but I sing the lead, and then Miss Jana is featured in the chorus with me doing her what she does the best, and the way she's supported Larry vocally all those years. And so it's a really cool thing. We're excited about this song. We hope that it ministers to you. It's called Abundant Oil. And again, it is a little bit of a tribute to just the way you guys lived, trusting the Lord through the difficult times. Larry would tell his testimony, and he would tell some of the hard things you guys went through. I mean, you're real people. You had financial stuff you went through. You had church stuff you had to go through.
Yes.
You lived on the road, lost Kenny, and that was really hard for Larry. Just lots of different things. So this song tells the story of that. It was just really written by the Holy Spirit. I was so glad that it ministered to Larry before he passed. As a matter of fact, we wound up doing that song like 3 times that night. The song just became the service. Larry said, keep singing it. We're going to do it again. And it ministered that night. And so, Miss Jana, I'm so excited to finally get to pay tribute to Larry with this song. I'm excited for what it's going to do. I hope everybody that listens to it with Larry in mind. And I wished he would have got to sing it, but we just want to do this very special for him, because we loved him dearly. We still do, still love him. We know where he's at. He's not lost. We know right where he's at. And we're excited to finally get this out in honor of him. And thank you, Miss Jana, for helping me sing the song. And we're so thankful for Rob and his contribution to this, Pastor Rob Tripp, and getting to help produce this. And also my son, Micah, helped work on some of the production, getting this thing, Micah Sullivan, getting this thing finished up. So check it out, Abundant Oil. We'll put a link below the video, and give it a listen. Thank you, guys.
Yes.